My name is Heather Davis, and this is Anna Moon, and we're the new co-executive directors of the Moraga Education Foundation.
When you ask anyone why they moved to Moraga, invariably they say it's because of the public schools. The high quality of education students receive in Moraga not only supports our strong property values, but also helps maintain our small town community feel where kids go to the same schools as their neighbors.
And we know that our schools have the excellent reputation they do thanks to community support. For generations, families and community members have made the choice to invest in public education. And while the vast majority of our donors are families of current students, a good number of community members who no longer have students in the local schools continue to give.
These community donors are critical to the success of the MEF Giving Campaign, and we want them to feel acknowledged and connected to the schools they support. That is why MEF has created a new donor program called Friends of Moraga Schools.
The inspiration for this program was a community donor who recently made a significant gift and who wanted to inspire other community members to stay involved with the schools and to give. After all, when a student in Moraga receives an excellent education, we all benefit.
Any donor who does not currently have children in the schools and who makes a contribution to the MEF Giving Campaign will become a member of Friends of Moraga Schools and will receive special recognition in the MEF Annual Impact Report. They will also be invited to an event in the spring where they will have a chance to hear from school leaders about what's new at Moraga schools.
And as a special opportunity in this inaugural year of the Friends of Moraga Schools, we are offering 2 special founding member donor levels. As Anna said, a contribution at any level will give you membership to Friends of Moraga Schools. Additionally, donors who commit to giving at least $6,000 to MEF will be founding members, and donors who commit to giving at least $25,000 to MEF will be Golden Pair founding members. These commitments can be paid over the next 3 giving campaign years. In addition to special recognition and an invitation to the What's New at Moraga Schools event, donors at these levels will also receive a commemorative enamel pen and will be noted as founding members or Golden Pair founding members every time they are listed as donors in the MEF Annual Impact Report.
We hope that you choose to join us in supporting our local public schools and become a friend of Moraga Schools at the level that is right for you. Every donation makes a difference. And when you make your donation, you have the opportunity to designate it to the MEF Endowment Fund. The MEF Endowment Fund was started in 1991 and is currently valued at about $3.8 million. When it reaches $5 million, a portion of its earnings can be used to supplement the MEF grants to our schools. The potential of this endowment becoming a long-term, stable source of funds that will protect public schools in Moraga from volatility in state funding is so exciting. So if you would like your gift to be an investment in Moraga students for years to come, designate it to the MEF Endowment Fund.
Before we wrap this up, we'd like to address some questions we hear a lot from our donors. Ideally, all of our public schools in California would have the resources they need, but unfortunately, our state significantly underfunds its schools. Despite being the 5th largest economy in the world and having the largest GDP of any state, California ranks 33rd in per pupil funding and received a grade of F for its school funding effort by the Education Law Center.
Despite our high property values within California, Moraga is actually one of the lowest funded districts. This is due to how California distributes its education dollars. Districts that meet need-based criteria for additional funding receive more resources compared to districts like ours who don't meet many of those criteria. In addition, districts like Palo Alto and Hillsborough that generate significantly more property taxes than we do get to keep the excess revenue. Moraga, Lafayette, and Orinda all fall in that middle place where we don't meet the criteria that results in higher funding, and we don't typically generate enough property taxes to create additional funding.
There is much more information about school funding in California and why we engage in private fundraising for our public schools on our website. But the bottom line is that about 20% of our schools' budgets come from local support. So your donation to MEF has a critical impact on the type of education and opportunities children receive in Moraga.
Heather and I both moved here with our families for the great public schools, and we have a feeling that that's true for a lot of you too. But great public schools don't happen without a community commitment. So please join us by becoming a member of Friends of Moraga Schools today.